All right, hello. Coming from home because tested positive for COVID. So, here's what is going to happen this week. I'm going to put short videos into Google Form, and that's how you're going to do notes, and that's how you're going to do your practice problems and extra video help if you need it. But this is going to be your participation grade, and I am going to count it for a grade every single day this week until I return back on Monday, because I need to find a way to hold you guys accountable and for you to learn this stuff. Today, not hard. Tomorrow, not hard. It's when we get into 5.03 and 5.04. That's where it's going to get difficult. So you need to be able to use the Pythagorean theorem before we can go ahead and use special right triangles. Okay, so again, very short video. I need you writing notes. I am probably going to ask for a note check when I get back, just because, to be honest, not gonna lie, do not trust you to take notes by yourself. So I'm probably going to do a note check when we get back on Monday morning. Okay, so you're gonna label this 5.01, and it's Pythagorean theorem. The Pythagorean theorem, this is only in right triangles. Okay? Only. You can only use the Pythagorean theorem in right triangles. Okay? So it is the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the legs. Okay? I do want you to write that down. Everything I highlight, I want you to write down. Okay? So let's look at this triangle right here. So I want you to draw this triangle. Okay? And these two sides right here, this side right here and this side right here, that form the right angle. That form the right angle. Okay? Those are the legs of the right triangle. So these are none of the legs. Okay? I do want you writing this. I want you to label your triangle. Okay, I'm going to give you time to write the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, and you can have the sub pause this video if you need to, so y'all can hurry up and write the Pythagorean theorem for definition. And then I want you to write the actual picture out. All right, this long side is known as the hypotenuse. Okay, the hypotenuse is the longest side of a right triangle. It is also always across from the 90-degree angle. It is the side that doesn't create the 90-degree angle. Okay, it is always opposite of the 90-degree angle. Okay. All right. Here's what we usually label everything in a Pythagorean theorem or a right triangle. The legs are known as A or B. It can switch. It doesn't matter. Like, they are interchangeable. Like, it doesn't matter if you put A first or B first. If you label B, A, B. It does not matter. Okay? But what does matter is that the hypotenuse is always C. Always C. Okay? So, the Pythagorean theorem is known as A squared. So one of the legs squared plus the other leg squared equals C squared, the hypotenuse squared. So it's the leg 1 squared plus the other leg squared equals the hypotenuse squared. Now, granted, all right, y'all should already know this or at least have an idea about it. Talked about it plenty of times. You should have talked about it in your algebra class or your pre-algebra class. Okay, so the Pythagorean Theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So let's figure out how to do this. All right, so our legs are our two sides that make the 90-degree angle. Okay, and then our hypotenuse is our missing side. So we have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. A squared is 6, or a is 6. This is a, b, and c. A is 6, so we plug that in. B is 8, so we plug that in. And c is just x. So we can leave it as c or you can plug in x. Okay? All right, so 6 times 6 is 36. 8 times 8 is 64. And then we have x squared. Then you add these. So you take care of the exponents first. And then you add those numbers, which gets us 100. So we have 100 equals x squared, or x squared equals 100. All right. And we have to make it look like x, or you have to make it look like c. Okay, you have to get x by itself. Right now it's being squared. And how you get x by itself, because it's being squared, is taking the square root. And the square root of 100 is 10. So x equals 10. That means the hypotenuse equals 10. All right, I'm going to do one more example. This is a made-up example, so I'm going to write it at the same time y'all do. Again, have the sub. Pause it if you need to. Okay? Example 2. Example 2. We're going to do this using a missing leg. So we're going to... draw our picture. We have our right angle. This one will be known as 3. The hypotenuse will be 5. And this missing leg will be x. Okay. All right. Again, all because we have a missing hypotenuse doesn't mean, or a missing leg doesn't mean we cannot use the Pythagorean theorem. It's just going to be doing a little bit of extra math. Just one more step of extra math. So we have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. If this is a, b, c. A is 3, so we're going to plug that in. We don't know what b is, so we're going to leave b. And then c is 5. And then we complete the exponents of the numbers we do have. So we have 3 times 3, which is 9. We don't know what b squared is. We don't know what b is, so we can't square it. And then we have 5 times 5, which is 25. All right, here's our extra step. You have to subtract the 9. Okay, you have to subtract the 9 because we need b squared by itself. Okay, so we need b squared by itself, alone. Okay. All right, so we have b squared equals 25 minus 9 is 16. And then now we do the step we did up here. Okay. We're going to take the square root because we need b by itself. So square root because we need b alone. Need. So then we're going to take the square root. And the square root of 16 is 4. So that missing leg, x or b, however you left it, is 4 units. Okay? Finish writing this down in your notes. this needs to be done in your notes. The rest of the problems for the Pythagorean Theorem needs to be done in your notes. The Google form, because I'm not having you turn in sheets. What I'm gonna do is you're going to complete this as a grade that I'm gonna put in for tomorrow or for today for 12/1, and then when I get back, I'm gonna check and make sure you have everything. So this isn't play copycat here either. Like, you need to make sure you're actually sitting here learning this stuff, guys. Please let me be able to hold you accountable. Y'all are grown adults, young adults. So I need to make sure that y'all are able to take care of business on your own. Okay. All right. Bye, guys.